Hello guys! So for the people who know me, hi, I'm finally here. I'm finally doing it. All my friends and family are like, you're never gonna do it. You can't talk anymore. For the people who don't know me, welcome. Thank you for clicking on my video and joining me on this journey. I feel like the first video is always like super awkward. What do? What do you talk about? I don't know. So I decided to answer some questions that I found on Google. Let me do a disclaimer. Don't mind the stuff in the background. I just recently moved back to school in San Francisco, so my room is a mess, but don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I'm ready. I have my smoothie, I've got my snack, and I'm ready to answer these questions. So let's get to it. Okay, first question. What is your full name? My full name is Hava Dawn Bracy Turner. My first name came from Fiddler on the Roof. My middle name is my mom's middle name, and then Bracy is my mom's last name and Turner is my dad's last name, so I have both my parents' last name. Where are you from? I am from St. Louis, Missouri. I was born and raised there. Love it there. I'm from the Loop and I'm proud. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie, this is probably like, you guys probably won't know this unless you know me and I've made you watch it, but my favorite movie is Rabbit Proof Fence. It's a really good movie. It's about the stolen generation in Australia like hella years ago. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. Winter or summer? First of all, why does the cold exist? Who likes the cold? Who likes snow? Like, no, summer all the way. I hate the winter. It's about to be winter in St. Louis. And I just left St. Louis maybe like a week ago, and I'm so happy I got out of there before it like threw down. Cause
oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
How many siblings do you have? I have 6 siblings. Well, my sister and her husband have been together since like forever, like most of my whole life. So I would consider him another brother. And if I counted him, then I would have 7. So I have Deja, my sister, Nala, my sister, Andrea, my sister, Wesley, my brother, Chris, my brother, and Trin, my baby brother. And then Mars is my sister's husband, who I consider a brother. Computer or television? The computer's fine, but I prefer the television. TV is my life. Television, movies, anything in that world is like usually what I'm doing most of the time during the day. What are your hobbies? I'm really into health and beauty.
I eat pears now and shit like that. Shout out to all the pear.
So I'm really into skincare, anything involving food, cooking. I love dancing. Besides that, I'm usually, like I said, watching movies. What did you want to do when you grew up? When I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I really loved animals. I still love animals. Like, if I ever have a house and I'm in the financial situation to have a crap ton of animals, I probably will. But I wanted to be a veterinarian. But then one day my mom told me, because I hate snakes and I don't really like cats. And one day my mom told me, she's like, Kava, you can't be a veterinarian and discriminate against animals. And I was like, well, gotta throw that out the window. Can't be one now, gotta choose something else. What is the first thing you instantly notice about people? The first thing I notice about people is how they carry themselves, like hygiene and what they're wearing. I don't know, that's just the first thing that I notice when I look at somebody. Are you high maintenance? I'm for sure high maintenance. I feel like people who are high maintenance try to lie and say that they're not, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely high maintenance. What is the name of your pet/pets? I've had many pets over the years, but currently I have a dog named Gordon. He's 13 years old. He's the sweetest dog ever. He's like the most perfect dog. And then I have a turtle and his name is Oscar. He's a couple months old. I got him in like June or July. And then I have 3 fish, Frank, Fiona, and Felix. They're glowfish tetras. Yeah. Would I rather phone call or FaceTime? I'm a person that loves to FaceTime. I hate talking on the phone. I get so uncomfortable. Like, if I can't see your face, I get nervous for some reason. So I will never call somebody. Even if I have a quick question and I'm like, oh, what was the name of that one thing we were talking about the other day? I will still FaceTime you. I won't call. Do I cry in sad movies? No. For years, I hadn't cried at a sad movie or a movie at all until like maybe 2 years ago. I was watching Rabbit Proof which I've seen for like the 1,000th time. I was really homesick and I missed my mom. At the end of the movie, the girls finally got back home after traveling like 2,000 miles on foot, and they like hugged their mom and stuff, and then I just started crying because I was like, oh, I miss my mom too. But yeah, comedy or horror? Horror all the way. For the people who know me, everybody knows horror is everything to me. I don't watch comedy. I won't be forced to watch comedy. Like if somebody's like, oh, let's go to the movies, like if you're paying for it, cool, I'll watch it. I'll sit there and watch it. But no, I rarely go to the movie theaters unless it's for a horror film. In my free time, I'm watching horror. I literally watch horror in the morning, in the middle of the day, at the theaters. When I'm going to sleep, I'll put on a horror movie to watch. Funny story, I'm so used to watching horror that I feel like other people are okay with it and they're comfortable with it, but that's not the case most of the time. And my freshman year, I used to always I'll always put on horror films to go to sleep. And throughout the weeks, I later found out that my roommate was not going to sleep, I guess, because I would go to sleep with the horror film on and she would be like in the room and it would still be on, and she was like scared, I guess. I don't know. But I feel bad. Now that I think about it, I probably should be more thoughtful when turning those on. Are you a hoarder? I feel like everybody's a hoarder in their own way. Like I have attachments to some things and I'll be like, I can't get rid of it because I like it, but not to the extent of the show. Are you a dog person or are you a cat person? Cats are gross. I don't know why anybody would like a cat. Moving on. Can you do a split? I cannot do a split, but I'm working on it because I do yoga every week with my sister, who's a yoga instructor, and splits keep showing up in our sequence. So maybe in a couple weeks, I'll know how to do a split. Do you believe in ghosts or spirits? Yes, I do believe in ghosts and spirits. There's been many times over the years where like I've encountered a situation that involved a ghost or a spirit. Like I remember, this is super crazy and it's a very long story that happened over multiple years, but I'm gonna try to shorten it in the best way possible. So this summer I was at home for a very long time, obviously because of the pandemic and corona. Wear your mask, people. And my mom and some family members and I were all talking, and somehow we got on the topic of ghosts and spirits and whatever. And my mom was telling me about how when my sisters were younger, they had like this situation where my sisters were screaming in their sleep, and when they woke up they told my mom, oh, it was this little boy, whatever. And long story short, when we got on the topic of it this summer, like a couple months ago, I was like, oh yeah, in the old house, that's so crazy because one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked behind my plant and I saw this little boy looking at me. And she was like, what? You never told me that. And I was like, you never told me about my sisters. So my conclusion to this whole story is that there was a little boy following us. Was he trying to get us? I don't know, but he was definitely there. He was there for my sister, Deja, who's the eldest, and then Nala and me. Oh, hell no! Are you hungry 24/7? My friends tell me I eat like a bird. I feel like whenever I feel like I'm hungry, I eat a lot, but I don't eat the proper amount of meals in a day. I'll probably eat like 1.5 meals in a day. Do you enjoy watching cartoons? I love cartoons. I love anything animated. I have a brother that's about to be 2 in February, and I love spending time with him because I like watching cartoons too. So it's not boring to me at all. I'll sit there and watch Dinosaur Train and Sid the Science Kid, all that good stuff, all of it. How long can you stay without bathing? I am a person that takes 2 showers a day usually, and like a couple years ago I took pretty much like 3 showers a day. Hygiene is my #1 thing. I'm always like, I will never go unless it was an emergency or I had to, like absolutely had to. I cannot go more than a day without showering, like absolutely not. Name all the places that you have piercings on your body. I'm not really a piercing person. I have more tattoos than piercings, but I have 2 what are these called? Whatever these are called. I have 2 piercings on my regular ear, and then I have a cartilage on this ear, and then on this ear I have a I don't remember the name of that either, but it's like towards the front of my ear, and then I have my belly button pierced. Can you spend all your money on something stupid? I feel like well, no, not everybody. Some people are really good with money. I'm not. I for sure 100% would spend my money on something stupid. But like if you twist the words, like, is it stupid to me? Probably not, because I really want it. Stupid is a subjective word. So what did you dress up for Halloween when you were a kid? That's such a random question, but I know that when I was a baby, I was a ladybug. And then when I got a little older, I was a witch. And then the year that Memoirs of a Geisha came out, I was a geisha. And then for like 3 or 4 years, I was Batman, because I went through a phase where I really loved Batman. So I was Batman every year, and every year it got better. I think like the last year, my sister cut up a pillow and she took the stuffing from the inside and made me like fake abs in my leotard that I was wearing. So it was serious business, guys, serious business. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I really hope there's no kids watching this, but if you are watching this and you're a kid, Santa isn't real. And I don't remember the age I was when I found out Santa wasn't real. I feel like my sisters told me at such a young age. Like, obviously when I was younger, maybe I believed in it, but when I look back on my life, I'm like, oh, Santa has never been real in my eyes, ever. What do you find yourself always procrastinating? If something involves a lot of reading, I'm gonna procrastinate it 110%. I really don't like reading. It's one of my most hated things. So I'm usually always gonna procrastinate that. And I also really hate washing dishes. So I'll procrastinate that too, but I'm also a clean freak. So the procrastination doesn't go too far because I'm like, oh, my kitchen's dirty. So yeah. Or I'll like try to get other people to clean it. Or like if I'm at home, my mom hates it, I'll leave it in the sink and I'll be like, maybe she'll clean it. Like she'll get annoyed enough that she'll clean my dish for me. Sorry, mommy. What is one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? I love Flaming Hot Cheetos. I eat a very healthy diet. But Flaming Hot Cheetos is something that I just cannot give up. They're just too good. What is something that amazes you? Honestly, something that amazes me is like how wonderful and versatile a potato is. Like, a potato can be in so many different forms, and in every form it's fire. Like, you go potato. You win all the awards. Like, you're the best. Superior, for real. What is something that you've never done that you'd like to try? There's so many things that I've never done that I'd love to try. One of them is I want to go skydiving. Another thing that I would love to do is learn how to surf. What is the first movie you remember seeing? I feel like I definitely saw movies before this, but I feel like the first movie I remember seeing was Billboard Dad with Mary-Kate and Ashley in it, and Rugrats Go to Paris, and The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, because those were what my grandma had on tape. So, and my sister and I would watch that all the time. So those are the ones that I remember. What is your biggest pet peeve? I have a lot of pet peeves, but my all-time #1 biggest pet peeve is chewing sounds. It drives me insane. I can hear it from so far away, and like if I'm in somebody else's space or in somebody else's house, I will just remove myself because like I don't want to be extra about it. But if you're in my room or like my space, oh my god, my friends and family know, like I don't even have to say anything. Like I'll just look at them and they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, because they know, like I won't even have to say one word. I just be like, to the no, no. And they know. Absolutely not. Yeah, so that was all the questions. It wasn't that long. Very random. But I'm so excited to be doing this. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment below if you have any other questions that you'd like for me to answer in the future. And I'm gonna be posting every Wednesday, so make sure you guys turn on that notification bell so that you guys get the notification when I post. And I will see you next time. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.